Red Bull dropped Liam Lawson. After just 2 races, not half a season, not even a month, just 2 race weekends alongside Max Verstappen, and Liam Lawson's Red Bull opportunity was already over. The decision did more than remove him from one of Formula One's most valuable seats. According to Racing Bull's team principal Alain Promain, the driver who returned to their garage was not the same person who had left it. His confidence had been hit. His head was down. But 1 year later, the driver Red Bull could not wait for is quietly building one of the most convincing comeback stories on the grid. And now, an uncomfortable question is beginning to follow Red Bull. Did they give up on Liam Lawson too soon? To understand the comeback, we first have to understand how quickly everything collapsed. Lawson earned his promotion after impressing during limited opportunities with Racing Bulls. For 2025, he was selected to become Max Verstappen's new teammate. It was the opportunity he had spent years chasing. But Australia ended with a crash in difficult conditions. Then came China, where Lawson qualified last for both the sprint and the Grand Prix. 2 difficult weekends, 0 points. And before the 3rd race of the season, Red Bull made its decision. Lawson was sent back to Racing Bulls, while Yuki Tsunoda was promoted in the opposite direction. Lawson later admitted that the timing surprised him. He had not expected the decision and described it as effectively a done deal. Formula One can be brutal. But even by Formula One standards, 2 races offered almost no time to adapt to a new team, a new car, and the pressure of being measured against Verstappen. The opportunity disappeared almost as quickly as it arrived. The public saw a driver changing teams. Inside Racing Bulls, the picture was more complicated. Alain Promain later revealed that Lawson returned with his head down. The team could tell that he wasn't the same guy. Promain stopped short of saying Racing Bulls rebuilt him, but the team supported him while Lawson began rebuilding himself. He worked in the simulator. He worked more closely with his engineers. He learned exactly what he needed from the car and how to extract performance from whatever balance the car gave him. The results did not transform overnight. Lawson finished the 2025 championship in 14th place, 13 points behind his rookie teammate Isack Hadjar. But he survived. He kept his seat for 2026, and for the first time in months, he entered a season with stability, preparation, and a clear role inside the team. That changed everything. The Liam Lawson driving in 2026 looks calmer, more adaptable, and far more consistent. At the halfway point of the season, Lawson sits 9th in the Drivers' Championship. He has scored points in 6 of the last 7 rounds. He has recorded 6th-place finishes in Monaco and at Silverstone. And after 11 race weekends, Lawson has accumulated 43 points, compared with 23 for his rookie teammate, Arvid Lindblad. That does not diminish Lindblad's impressive rookie season. It shows how effectively Lawson has embraced his new position as the experienced driver inside Racing Bulls. Hungary offered another example. Lawson started outside the top 10, gained positions on the opening lap, and, with a responsive strategy from the team, recovered to finish 8th. It was not a podium. It was not a dramatic victory. But comeback stories are rarely built through one perfect afternoon. They are built through repeated performances that become increasingly difficult to dismiss. Racing Bulls are now 5th in the Constructors' Championship, and Lawson has contributed the majority of the team's points. Red Bull dropped him after 2 races. Now, he is leading their sister team's midfield campaign. But this is where the story needs perspective. Lawson's success does not automatically prove that Red Bull made the wrong decision. His 2 weekends with the senior team were poor. Racing Bulls have also produced a competitive and consistent car, one capable of regularly fighting for points. The environment is different. The expectations are different. And driving alongside a rookie is not the same challenge as being compared with Max Verstappen every weekend. There is also Isack Hadjar. The driver who eventually earned the 2nd Red Bull seat has produced strong performances of his own. His recovery from the back to 6th in Belgium was praised as his best race for the team. So Lawson's resurgence does not prove that he would be winning races in the Red Bull today. That would be speculation. But it does prove something else. The driver Red Bull judged after 2 weekends was not the finished version of Liam Lawson. Perhaps he only needed something Formula One rarely provides: time. Liam Lawson may never receive another opportunity alongside Verstappen. Red Bull may never publicly regret its decision, and Lawson's next contract has not been decided by this run alone. But his comeback is now impossible to ignore. He has recovered from public rejection, rebuilt his confidence, and transformed himself into one of the most reliable midfield performers of 2026. This is no longer the story of a driver who failed at Red Bull. It is the story of a driver who refused to let Red Bull's decision define the rest of his career. The Gridline verdict is simple. Red Bull had evidence to question Lawson after Australia and China, but 2 races were never enough evidence to establish his true ceiling. And every point Lawson scores now makes that original decision look a little more impatient. Red Bull dropped him. Racing Bulls supported him. But Liam Lawson created the comeback himself. So what do you think? Was Red Bull right to act quickly? Or did they give up on Liam Lawson before he had a genuine chance to prove himself? Let us know in the comments. This is Gridline F1 News.